Have you ever pondered, what exactly did Jesus teach during his time on earth? A question that many have asked and sought to understand. Today, we embark on a journey through time, tracing the teachings of Jesus Christ as detailed in the New Testament of the Bible. Our journey begins in the town of Nazareth, where Jesus, as a young man, first began his public ministry. As recorded in the Gospel of Luke, Jesus stood up in the synagogue and read from the book of Isaiah, proclaiming, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor." Here, Jesus introduces the core of his message, the good news or gospel of God's love and the coming of his kingdom. We then move forward to the Sermon on the Mount, as told in the Gospel of Matthew. Here, Jesus introduced the Beatitudes, a set of principles that flipped societal norms upside down. He taught that the meek, the merciful, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, those who mourn, and those who are persecuted for righteousness are the ones who are truly blessed. This was a radical departure from the conventional wisdom of the time and serves as a cornerstone of Christian ethics. Next, consider the parables, stories that Jesus used to illustrate moral and spiritual truths. From the parable of the Good Samaritan, teaching us to love our neighbor, to the parable of the prodigal son, demonstrating the boundless nature of God's forgiveness. These stories provide timeless lessons in kindness, mercy, and unconditional love. One of the most profound teachings of Jesus came during the Last Supper, when he introduced the concept of the new covenant. He shared bread and wine with his disciples, symbols of his body and blood, saying, "Do this in remembrance of me." This was a declaration of his impending sacrifice and the establishment of a new relationship between God and humanity. Finally, Jesus' last words to his disciples, as recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, command them to go and make disciples of all nations. This Great Commission, as it is often called, is a call to evangelism, to share the teachings of Jesus with the whole world. In this brief journey, we've explored the key teachings of Jesus, starting from his proclamation of the gospel in Nazareth, to the revolutionary Beatitudes, the moral lessons of the parables, the declaration of the new covenant, and finally, the Great Commission. These teachings, rich in wisdom and love, provide a blueprint for Christian life. They encourage humility, mercy, purity of heart, and peace. They emphasize the importance of loving one's neighbor and forgiving without limit. They promise a new relationship with God, sealed by Jesus' sacrifice, and they call for the sharing of these teachings with the world. So the next time you find yourself contemplating the teachings of Jesus, remember this journey we've taken today through the landscapes of his life and the contours of his words. Reflect on these teachings, for they offer much to ponder and much to apply in our daily lives.